I think I'm on. So let me just say hello, good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever you are, or to wherever you live. How you doing? Or I'm sorry, it's awful. How you doing? Or to whoever just go, how you doing? Okay, I'm okay. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that as well. But mm, just yeah. What I don't know if anybody would be interested in me just I don't know spelling, doing a lot of word vomit. But if you are, stick around, and because you know a lot of stuff, I know a lot of stuff. Got some topics. There's some topics that I have a lot to talk about. Alright, well, I feel like I should just dive right in. Because I've talked about this on the last stream, and what are we gonna do? We're gonna talk about it. Okay, well, for all you, I know there's a lot of, I don't know how many people I follow, no, I don't know how many people that subscribe to me that are British, but if you love trashy reality TV, then this is for you. And and there's gonna be a lot of gas, and I apologize ahead of time. So apparently, here's what's been going on the other side of the pond in Celebrity Big Brother. So, as you know, JoJo Siwa is one of the 13 celebrities that are inside the house. And for the next almost 3 weeks that they're on, they're going to be living there. And the public's going to vote them out if they don't like it. Well, it's to save. The vote is to save. Well, that's not the main thing I'm discussing. Now, this is not alleged. This is actually true. So what I've read on on Twitter, because that's mostly where I get it from. I don't watch because hello, American. I just keep up. That JoJo Siwa got a dose of homophobia from fellow housemate Mickey Work. Damn it. And you're gonna have to bear with me. I'm looking for the tweet. This is coming from another account that I follow, which I mostly brings reality TV, only the British TV, so I can somewhat stay up to date on what's going on the other side. This is them, and yep, they follow the same. Yep, I mentioned that account too. If you like to keep up, please do go follow. If you have a Twitter account, go follow them. Now I'm gonna go back to finding the tweets. Okay, and this aired last night. Their time. It was late afternoon, my time. So apparently, so this is what I'm just gonna read it out loud. So Mickey starts with Mickey asking JoJo, "Where's the smoke room? Where's the cigarette room?" And then asks JoJo, "Do you like girls or boys?" JoJo says, "Me, girls. My partner is non-binary." And by that, she's talking about Kath Ebbs, who is an influencer from Australia. That's the newest relationship. She's had three previous but they're not. That's not relevant to this. So he responds, "If I stay longer than 4 days, you won't be gay anymore." Immediately, red flags all around. But that's not the worst thing he says, though. I'm. No, it isn't. That's not the worst thing he says. Okay, and then Jojo responds, "I can guarantee I'll still be gay and I'll still be in a very happy relationship." I'm not gonna speculate. I'm not gonna say anything. Because, and I just looked outside and it's it's fucking snowing where I am. How's the weather for you guys? Better than mine, I presume. Okay, then later, Mickey's in a garden. He talks with another contestant, Chris, who is the Love Island guy. He tells him, yeah, he asks if everyone has to vote one another out of the house. Do you even know what you're signing up for? That's what nominations. That's what nominations mean. You nominate somebody so they can leave. You don't want to spend another night with them. And Chris obviously says yes. So Mickey then said, "I'm going to vote the lesbian out real quick." That's another red flag right there. And then JoJo, who had to listen, who just had to be there, says, "That's homophobic if that was your reasoning." And Chris said, "Yeah, you can't do that." So, and then Mickey then says, "I need a rhymes with bag." I'm not saying it. And then he looks at JoJo and said, "I'm not talking to you." Mm. Are you fucking kidding me? Why? Oh my god. Oh, hi, Alit. Why is your name familiar to me? I don't know. But are you kidding me? You literally just said the biggest homophobic slur in the English dictionary in front of a very open pop star. And then Chris, still then says, "Mickey, you can't say that." And Mickey says, "I know, I was talking about a cigarette." Now, the word that rhymes with bag is also slang for cigarettes. But that's not the number one term it's known for. The former, which I said was homophobic slur, that's the number one. That's number one. Then obviously Jojo was very upset. Blame her? No, I can't. And then Mickey gets called to the dining room, and they said, and Big Brother said, then basically recites everything that I probably said. And then they asked, "Do you understand how this language could be offensive to your housemates or to view in public?" And obviously he said yes, if I was saying it in a nasty kind of way or if I truly meant it. Two generations of people we're talking about here. JoJo's 21, Mickey's 72. And JoJo is obviously the youngest housemate in the season. Mickey's not the oldest. The oldest is that politician who also, who I saw has a male partner by the name of Andy Street. They're both politicians for the Conservative Party. Well, they're life partners. Life partners since 1990. 35 years. I think that's a very long, nice relationship, don't you think? Okay, back to my point. So obviously that's very, very bad for what Mickey said and how it can be determined as homophobic. Now, Big Brother then says that they were going to give Mickey a formal warning and that any more instances of the language and behavior like that, he can be removed from the house for that. Yeah, so that means do it again or we're kicking you out. So then he then apologizes. And then later, Mickey then tries to apologize to JoJo. And he said, sorry. Says, are you okay? And JoJo responded, as a future, using the F word, not fuck, the other word, is not an acceptable word. So, and the others have responded. And did I forget to mention? I didn't forget to mention. But I mentioned in the last stream that there's a drag queen in the house as well by the name of Danny Beard. And of course, Danny responded, I disagree with how it panned out from how you handled it, but that also doesn't mean I'm going to dig my feet in and ostracize you in the group. I'd love you to see it from another point of view. I'd love you to be part of the group, and I don't want you to feel like you're not. And then he apologizes. He then apologizes again. He says he means it, and JoJo accepts it. And then later, they're actually talking about Danny Beard, who is the fourth winner of RuPaul's Drag Race UK. There's 6 seasons. Shocking. And so JoJo said, it's beautiful to see how the drag community has elevated over the years. And then Mickey stated, is it okay to say drag? Yeah, the answer is yes, obviously. And the answer for this live is also yes. Like I said, this is a safe space for everybody. And if you are offended by the sight of a LGBTQIA plus person, a black person, a Hispanic, Muslim, or anybody, I would highly suggest you to get the fuck out of my page. Block me. If you support racism, homophobia, all of the others, and if you love hate criming people, block me. Get away from me. I'm not kidding. This is the worst place for you. You will not be accepted here. Go do that. Go do that on Facebook. Go to Facebook and go to your little and go and do your little shit over there. Not here. So that's that. So that's the topic from Celebrity Big Brother. And speaking of Drag Race, tomorrow is the pre-finale episode. This is where the eliminated queens are going to get together and lip sync for the title of She Done Already Done Had Hers Is, and will receive a $50,000 cash prize. And to refresh your memories, the eligible queens that can receive this title are Lucky Star Zoella, Homona Lisa, Crystal Envy, Acacia Fagat, Corey Kane, Ariadne, Lydia B. Collins, Lana Jarre, and Susie Toot. Now, Susie Toot's elimination has definitely sparked, like a lot of eliminations, sparked some controversy. This was Susie's first time in the bottom, and the final 5. And I don't know, the queens definitely kind of turned against her. And a few episodes earlier, while the queens were standing on stage, RuPaul asks the question that definitely stirs up some tree. Who should go home and why? And a unhealthy amount of the queens gain on Susie Toots. Why? Because they see her as the biggest competition. What did I say was the question RuPaul asked? The question was, who should go home and why? It's not who is your biggest competition. The real answer for the question is this because they were the worst and they have been consistently performing poorly than the other queens, and that's why they should go. Not because she's a big threat to me and I want to win the money. And some of these eliminations just make a lot of people like to talk about some of the eliminations, like where one queen who has been down here, down level, while the other queen has been performing very greatly throughout the season. That the queen who has up to that point performed well will stay over the other queen, and a lot of fans like to say it's because of track record. I'm saying a track record wins. Like, with Lana, Jarre, and Sam. That was episode 12. That was Sam's first bottom appearance, while Lana's fourth. You do, and Lana up to that point was the only queen that hasn't won a challenge. But she did win. Well, that's oh my god, I'm sounding like season 15. Do you remember season 15 that when they counted mini challenge wins? When Lucy counted mini challenge wins? Oh my god, the edit. Oh, the edit, man. The edit, I tell you. So, so those are the queens that are vying for the lip sync SmackDown, while the other four queens, they will get a shot at winning the $200,000 grand prize. $200,000. That can only be for one queen and one queen only. I have seen more support for Anya Nerve than the other four. Now I haven't been watching, of course. But I'm looking at what they've brought to the table, and I'm looking at who the fan, what the fans want. Sorry, excuse me. And I'm also looking at what will they do the safe route, the electing Anya because she has the most fan support, or will they go more controversial? So who do you think? Who are you siding with? I'll tell you the final four. You're siding with Jill Sparkles, Lexi Love, Anya Nerve, or Sam Starr. Like, how all four of them have definitely bought something. All four of them had their moments. Like in the Let's Get Seasick name episode where Anya accidentally destroys Lexi's sea-sickening eleganza look, and that would start a massive fight that that was insane. I don't know if I can really show it though. I don't think, do you wanna see it? I'm gonna pull it up. Give me a second. There. Okay. So it was spray paint. Okay. Yeah, okay. You're hearing a little bit of it. I'm trying to go with what I can show. That's Lexi's piece right there. And there's the spray paint. Oh, there's Lexi. And obviously she's very much devastated and shocked. Like, who the fuck would do that? So she goes to the workroom, emotionally asks who ruined my outfit. Doesn't get an answer, and walks away. And then Anya decides to talk, and basically gives her a side and saying it was, oh, I didn't mean it, was not on purpose, blah blah blah. And then Lexi walks back outside where her piece was, and I think that's Ariadne. They're all out of Jag, by the way. Ariadne said that she accidentally sprayed blue, and was very apologetic about it. So and then Lexi goes back. Well, she doesn't really go back to the workroom. She panics. Like, she wants to know about the other part of the outfit is ruined, and Ariadne's not gonna say it was Anya. So, so Lexi walks back into the workroom. Watch what happens. Jules' face says it all. So then Anya talks. Anya talks about it. Talks about she kind of did it. So yeah, they fought, of course. They had a very big fight, but then later they hash it out and they like forgive, blah blah blah. So that was like I don't want to say they're gonna submit that to the Emmys because last year Drag Race won absolutely nothing. They got no Emmys last year. I can see their accolades. Let me look at their accolades. Uh, yep, they nominated 10 times and won absolutely nothing. Outstanding. They were nominated for Outstanding Reality Competition Show. The winner was The Traders, the second season. Now, if you saw like the second season, the second season of The Traders, from what I kind of saw, was insane. Because Phaedra, for some of The Traders were like a mess. And I still somewhat think about Law, not Ekin-Su. Ekin-Su. Oh my god. But I have to admit I haven't really watched The Traders because one, I don't have a Peacock subscription, two, I don't have the money for it. And three, now I'm realizing that I don't have Peacock. I'm like, you're missing out, girl. You're missing out. I know I'm missing out, but shut up. Move on. Okay, the next nomination was Unstructured Reality. This is for their Untucked show. That's for Drag Race Untucked. The Untucked is what happens while the judges are deliberating. They are sent back to the workroom area, have drinks, speculate on the placements. Some of the queens, a select few queens will leave first. Those are the ones that are safe. They're moving on to the next episode. While the presumed the tops and bottoms of the week get critiqued. And I don't know how long critique goes for, so they stay there and then they get dismissed, blah blah blah. Those queens join the safe queens in the workroom and they speculate on who may win the challenge, who will be lip syncing. Three possibilities to win, two of three to lip sync. And then they get called back to the stage. The last results are in. Congratulations to the winner of the challenge. I'm sorry, my dears, but you're up for elimination. Lip sync, lip sync. Shantae, you stay. Sashay away. Bye bye. And we see them pack. So that's on Tux. Well, the winner of the Emmy was Welcome to Wrexham. It's an FX show. I've never heard of it. I don't know this. It's about events of Welsh football club Wrexham AFC. They are currently owned by Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney. And if you've seen a lot of YouTube ads, you've seen Ryan Reynolds on Mint Mobile. And probably some podcast listeners, you probably heard him say that too. And Rob, you may know him for creating It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Creating and starring and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Good show. Good show from what I've seen. Jolly good show. Have any of you seen their crossover with Abbott Elementary? Like, first of all, my first kind of thought was, how were the gay allowed in a school? Like, how the hell did all five of them get permission to work at a school? And when the episode airs, they found out all of them are doing it for community service. Of course they had it. They do it because they did commit a crime. Of course they committed a fucking crime. Okay, back to the Emmy nominations that they failed to win for Drag Race. Outstanding casting for a reality program. Winner was Love on a Spectrum. Love on a Spectrum. And their new season released last Wednesday. And a lot of people are talking about it. A lot of people are watching. A lot of celebrities are fangirling, mostly over Tanner and Connor, from what I've seen. I've seen some clips. I have seen some clips as well. Some very funny. And I do wish them all the best. And find the right person for them with their very acknowledgeably high standards. And if you remember a video I uploaded last Wednesday where I spilled some personal tea about myself, you would know. And I know, and before you start asking me, are you going to be on Love on the Spectrum yourself? The answer is no. Nuh-uh, because I don't see myself in a relationship at all. No marriage, no kids, nothing. Shocking, isn't it? Okay, next was Outstanding Choreography for the program, which choreography they can lose. The winner for the variety version, the winner was the Tony Awards. Moving on. Outstanding Directing. The winner was Love on a Spectrum. Outstanding Host for a reality competition program. That's RuPaul. We'll talk about RuPaul here. The winner was Alan Cumming for The Traitors. Traitors is getting very massively popular. They had a season this season. I was kind of talking about it last live. And of course, have you ever seen the UK too? A lot of people are stands of Claudia Winkleman, somewhat me as well, from what I've seen. But some of them are so fucking terrible on clocking the traders, man. And the reasonings are dumb, man. And yeah, what? Okay, let me ask you, trader. If you're a traders watcher, what's the best outcome? Having a group of faithfuls win or a sole trader winning? Go from there. The next award was picture editing for the show. The winner was The Voice, NBC singing competition. They're currently airing the season, and they are almost done with knockouts. And the coaches for the season are John Legend, Michael Bublé, new one Kelsey Ballerini, and Adam Levine. Now, Adam Levine was one of the original four coaches for The Voice. The other three being CeeLo Green, Christina Aguilera, and Blake Shelton. This is Adam returned this year. Do you remember what happened to cause Adam to leave? I got the tea for you, girl. Don't worry, I got the tea for you. Gotta find the right season. Okay. It was the fall 2018. Fall of 2018, that's what happened. It was in a top 11 of the live shows. No, top 10. Top 10, sorry. It was actually the top 10. It was a top 10 during the results show, the instant saves. Blake Adam not Blake. At Blake had one. Blake Shelton was one of the coaches. He had his person in the bottom. Adam had both of his artists in the bottom. Reagan Strange and DeAndre Nico. Unfortunately, Reagan was feeling a little under the weather, so she didn't do her performance. DeAndre performs. Critiques happen, blah, blah, blah. And this is where the controversy comes in. After DeAndre finished, Adam basically says that he basically just advocates for Reagan to stay. This young little 14-year-old. Wait, hold on. Was she? Wait, before I continue. 13-year-old girl. The young, poor 13-year-old girl, who was actually there, by the way, covered up in a towel, who was actually there at the show, but she was in the audience, but she didn't perform. The camera shot at her. There's a camera at her. Oh my god! And yes, what I'm saying is real. Look it up. So basically, just said that it was very unfair for Reagan to be eliminated because she didn't give her a chance to shine. Blah 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 blah. And so yeah, he makes some comments about that. Yeah, it basically doesn't really give DeAndre anything. It only just talked about Reagan. So, and I'm sorry if I'm pausing. I'm trying to think of the words to say. And a lot of fans took what he said as saying that he didn't really give us DeAndre his respect, and said that Adam was the cause of DeAndre leaving, and that was some kind of favoritism. To Reagan, and some claim that Reagan should have been eliminated because she didn't sing. And the result was Reagan survives, moving to the next week's semifinal. So yeah, that shit happened. But the next week, which was the semifinal, Reagan does get eliminated by not being saved by the instant save. The controversy then kind of leaps to the 29 the next season. It all plays out in the what they called the cross battles. And they were live. And that one coach, one artist, one person, they will be paired with another person from a different coach, and that the winner would be determined by public voting. And the coaches had an option to either steal the loser or save them to keep them in their team. I think everyone had like, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 people. Every coach had 8 people up to that point. And Adam's team gets fucking obliterated, the exception of 2 people. The exception of 2 of the 8, 2, the other 6 lost their battles. Three of them get stolen. One, and Adam saves his one. And one gets more. Wait, yeah, stolen. One is eliminated, and one gets a second chance. So when going to the playoffs, Adam has the lowest team with 4. Mm. 6. There were 8. No, there were 8 people that advanced that were called out by public vote. None of them from Team Adam. Nope. Which means there were 8 people from the public vote, but the coaches could send an additional one of their own to the next stage of the show. So unfortunately, Adam got only one person. But remember that second chancer? Well, the person who won the second chance decided to join Adam's team. Decided to join Adam's team and to the top and making it the top 13. Unfortunately, both of the members are sent to the instant save. Neither one wins. So that was the controversy. I don't know how this is gonna happen with the live shows. Are fans still petty? Do fans like to hold grudges? Only time will tell. Okay, now back to my point. See, I do, and I go through a whole bunch of tangents. I just like to yap. Okay, I love yapping. You can't stop me. female, seven down, female Emmy nominations to go. Next was picture editing. The winner of that was Welcome to Wrexham. I I'm not gonna go into that again. Then next was production design. The winner was Saturday Night Live. Here I go, going through another tangent. Did you see the weekend update with Ego Ruding? Um, oh my god, it was so funny. Okay, if you want me to shorten it, the audience says FCC defined no word. Because Ego was like, she actually asked the audience something. Audience, she basically like jokes related to the White House dinner, politics. Not gonna get into it. But she sits then states, because these men ain't what? Points the microphone to the audience, and a select few, not all of them, a select few yell out, shit. And then and this happened during Weekend Update. The hold on, the anchors, Colin Just and Michael Shea, end up dying of laughter. And then Ego then states, we're gonna get fined for that. Because yeah, that's like I said, shit is a FCC no word. And I don't know how much it costs, a fine like that costs, but yeah, not good for that to happen. And then she then says that, ooh, Lauren's not gonna be so happy. Lauren's gonna be mad. And then she's talking about Lauren Michaels. And oh, and like, what was she expecting for them to say? Apparently, they was saying that they thought they were gonna say, the audience was gonna say the men ain't worth the damn. Would you really think that they were gonna say that? Of course, a lot of people would say that men ain't shit. So you're too trusting with your audience. Okay, last time the move host they were nominated for Drag Race was sound mixing. The winner of that was Welcome to Wrexham. So yeah, 0 wins for Drag Race last season. Feel like they were somewhat trying. They're really trying to get that Emmy this year. They really are trying. So yeah, I don't know if all of them have a case for it. And like Jewel Sparkles, Jules like in the villains roast, she had a big moment where Ariette or eliminated contestant of the episode, Arietti, steals her jokes. She literally stole the jokes. Not good. And but Jules doesn't say during the roast that Arietti, thanks a lot for stealing my jokes, bitch. She just makes up new jokes. But both of them perform terribly. And then both on lip sync, and guess who wins? Jules. And then Arietti digs a little too hard in her farewell message on the next episode. Now, ooh, girl, I know that's. Let me just read it. The main thing, as one smelly bitch to another, Anya, please brush your teeth. Hmm. I feel like Arietti was definitely not a fan favorite, but after that, ooh, you mean a lot of fans don't are especially the main stands like that like oh she might the have the world revolves around the main queen. That's not good. Just not good. Not good. Yeah, not good. Honestly, me talking about it doesn't really do justice. You can watch it yourselves. Or you can go to the Drag Race YouTube channel and see the sneak peek of said episode. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that was the message again. Very not good. And then they kind of talk about there's a personal issue that Anya was going through that unfortunately causes her to have unpleasant breath. I mean, I don't know her. I don't know Anya, and I can't say it for myself. And like coming into every season, I don't know these queens. I don't really follow them. I'm just a casual viewer. I'm a casual viewer. You know, I'm a casual viewer who just watches and reads the queens in real time. I try not to like. Oh, okay, now I'm whatever I'm gonna say makes me a hypocrite because I follow on Insta. I have an Insta. I follow on Instagram a account that posts rumored casts of a show and then later the official when it gets released. And some of the comments are that are left there are cast of that set show. Like there's a like I'm trying to think of a good example here. I'm gonna go to the official posting. Okay, yeah, like this. This is the cast of a new show that is premiering tomorrow. Tomorrow on Hulu. Got to Get Out. I don't really know the plot of it, but you recognize some of these people? Well, these guys are a bunch of. These are not famous, not famous. I know Omarosa, Spencer Pratt, Cynthia, Kim Zolciak with her Val Schmirkowski, The Bachelors, which Bachelor, which I dig in. I dig my pearls in. Outlast, I don't really know. Big Brother Canada, I have seen. Squid Game, and one from Squid Game, the challenge. Trying not to, I'm trying not to really watch a lot of what I know Squid Game the show, but the main like Squid Game like the other like the Squid Game main thing I'm like trying not to, and I don't want to really I don't want to give this fucking man more clout. I really don't want to give him clout, but if you really want me to do it, you probably know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna mention if you don't want me to mention. Okay, fuck it, I'm not gonna say it. And then this one from another bachelor, but from Greece. Focus. Thank you. This is the official cast, and what do you see? Oh, you see some people. You see, look, some Kim from the cast, Steve, Athena V, Yane from the cast. You see when, but that's when it's only the official cast of said show. They announced it and then they have a premiere date. Not you won't see any of them when when they're rumored to be part of the show. No, you won't. Like this was the rumored cast that I have for the next season of The Amazing Race. The Amazing Race is currently airing alongside Survivor right now. And if you reality fans recognize, it's a Big Brother season. These are all rumored. I've seen like a little behind the scenes of it. I don't know the exact placements. I'm not that invested in spoilers. Well, because I don't watch The Amazing Race. I've consumed hours of Big Brother, none The Amazing Race. So some of them are almost all of them are from the post 2020, but there's only like select few. Also, the rumored cast star that is Tucker with his brother Eric. Tucker was on last year. Also last year, Angela, who is a Twitter icon and a casual number one, casually hated by people who don't watch feeds, and her daughter Lexi. Also from the same season, Tucker's I don't want to say showmans, but Rubina with her sister Christine. Then was the winner of last year, Chelsea, with her father Jack. So that's four people from last season. Tucker won America's favorite house guest. I voted for him too, by the way. But there wasn't like anybody. He wasn't universally. He was well liked, and he definitely had he did. But the difference was that Tucker was not given when he won some of the competitions. He was actually at a very low point wise. It was at win or get evicted. So he did. So he was winning those AI arenas and won HOH when he was literally it was them against me. So he did. Unfortunately, he gets evicted in the sixth week, losing the AI. I think Mackenzie's second. Yeah, I think. Hold on. There were 7 AI arenas in 7 weeks. Kimo won the first. Tucker won the next two. Mackenzie wins the fourth. Chelsea gets the fifth. Mackenzie gets the next one. And Rubina wins the last AI arena. Yeah, so that was it. And next competitor was Big Brother 25 winner Jack and his brother Jazz. Now, Jack is a very controversial. Jack's win is considered controversial because people like to point out that he was technically he was evicted, which he was. That was day 30. That was in the fourth week. He gets evicted, but he is saved by the power unleashed from the twist that week that immediately can't nulls his eviction, and that was that. I was actually kind of happy. And a lot of people kind of hate Jack only because the season's comps were so very heavily favored for his type. And by type, I mean strong, muscular, athletic, male. And very little women end up winning competitions because of that. And the season just kind of became so predictable due to that, and no one else was given a chance to win because competitions were geared for him to win. And now the next pairing is BB23's Kylan paired with BB24 winner Taylor. Dating? Kylan, one of the 6 members of the Cookout Alliance from BB23. They're the season where they want to ensure that a Black House guest would win the season. And they did. They successfully managed to get all 6 of them. But then the alliance crumbles and they all fight. Kylan gets evicted 3rd from the alliance. the third person evicted from the alliance. He finishes fourth. And then on his way out, his trying to exit the house was memorable. And then, and if in reality you follow Taylor, you know what happened there. Taylor was basically a victim of stupid microaggressions and awful biases the minute she walked in. Which did escalate in a couple weeks later during one of the twists, the Festy Bestie twists, where she was partnered with one of her top haters, Nicole, who was friends with another, probably the number one, the number two, no, it's actually a tie. Well, the first big Taylor hater was Paloma, and Taylor was dead set to get evicted, but Paloma started becoming a little mentally unwell. Then says some things that she can't do, like, talking about like how she was gonna do with the $750,000 cash prize, and like distributing it, sharing it, like cutting it wrong. So saying that she figured out how the game works. No, she didn't. And decision was made to have her leave the game due to the problems. And she said that she wasn't really getting any sleep and that her anxiety was at a high. So yeah, she leaves the house, eviction gets canceled. Taylor once again gets nominated the next week and also on the outside was a guy named Pooch saying that he would volunteer himself to ensure Taylor leaves. But there was a plan devised that he would get blindsided. And he does get blindsided in a unanimous vote. So next week, the twist, Taylor and Nicole get paired up. During the week, Nicole has like a moment and Taylor tries to comfort her by saying like, hey, you do what you gotta do, I'm here for you. Nicole then took it as, you should quit because you're a useless little bitch. That's not what she said, is my interpretation of it. This is what I'm trying to remember. If you hear footsteps, I'm walking. So she tells Nicole's her real bestie, the big hater Daniel, who basically just starts admonishing Taylor for existing and saying that she was the reason Paloma left, and says, you do not speak to me until finale night, you can fuck right off. And very, very hateful. Very, very hateful, very small dick energy, which I'm pretty sure Daniel has a tiny penis. Okay, edit that, censor. Shouldn't say that. And obviously some of the house, and that's when views of Taylor shift. Knowing that Taylor was the victim and not the bully, as some of the others were claiming. Taylor then, they make an alliance with some other people. They form the Leftovers. And they take control of the game. And that's the story of how Taylor Hale won Big Brother. And everyone else gets absolutely nothing. Nothing but the house guests from this season shunning them, and how you never really hear them on social media at all. Moving on. Next, rumored is BB25's Izzy with her fiance Paige. Izzy was on Big Brother 25 as well. Her season, and if you remember, this is when Suri was on. Suri on the show. And Izzy just sticks by her. Izzy was basically like the ride or die, was very loyal. Izzy gets evicted a couple weeks after Jag was evicted. So that's that. Next one is BB24's Turner with his wife Megan. Right there. Turner was one of the people that were part of the leftovers. And the fact that was when that Taylor drama happened, he was head of household. He actually makes a great speech. A speech in the third week that the game was getting a little too personal and not talking game. No one was talking game to me. They're just talking personal. And it just was part of the people that would shift for Taylor. So that's that. Next is BB18's Natalie with her sister, Stephanie, I think. So yeah, Natalie was on Big Brother 18, which was 9 years ago. Holy shit, I can't believe that either. Yeah, and I don't really know. I'm trying to remember, but never mind. Next was BB20. Next is BB24's Joseph, with his brother Adam. Joseph was also part of Leftovers. He gets fucked in the ass figuratively and also literally in a split house twist, where another Leftovers alliance member Kyle basically rats him out. Oh, if you want to know what happened to Kyle next week, I'll gladly tell you, girl. It all started a couple weeks before, where Kyle was probably some paranoia that he was thinking that every black person was thinking of going and forming an alliance. Now that was impossible, because there's another black house guest there. He was anti-Taylor. Excuse me, I was drinking water. And, excuse me. That was my burp from drinking water. Where the fuck did I put my iPad? There it is. And so yeah, that would be literally impossible. Terrence would never want to work with Taylor. Oh yeah, that was the man. His name, Terrence. Terrence would never would have worked with Taylor. And that's how. And Kyle kind of seals his fate. Kyle seals his fate when other leftover members, Brittany and Michael, spill what Kyle said weeks before, which led to this kind of little blowout. And then Terrence, who was HOH in that split house, was like, "You should have went home instead of Joseph. I can't believe you would say that." And then also, they were also criticized, like, "Why were you saying this now?" So yeah, their little house meeting happens, and Kyle apologizes and basically accepts that, "Yep, I'm going home." Oh, I forgot to mention when I introduced Taylor, BB24 winner and America's favorite house guest of that year. So not only she won the $750,000, she won an additional $50,000 plus a cruise. Cruise to where? I don't know. So that's $800,000. Amazing. I got 3 more to go. Next was BB21's Kat, and I think her boyfriend, Alex. Kat, also known as Catherine, because I don't really like doing nicknames, was on a very controversial season before 2020 BB21. That was very controversial due to some of the racially discriminatory practices of some specific house guests. Like within the first day, where 4 people had to be banished and had to win their way back in. That was probably for like the first 3-4 week twist. And that coincides with the twist of the season, the first part of the season. And one house guest was voted camp director. We're gonna say he who should not be named, because if I do, bad things will happen. Oh, wait, no. I realized that I just know I was about to go to the bathroom, but I realized, yeah, that would not be, I don't want to, you don't want to hear this any sounds of that. Do you want to hear me relieve myself? Of course you don't. Okay, so Wayne's camp director chooses how to choose four people to banish. Chooses Ovi. Well, no, Ovi wasn't chosen. David, Cliff, Jessica, and Kemi. Not in that order. I was gonna do it alphabetically. Why didn't I do that? So he chose them. His reason was that Kemi was fighting for that spot, and the other three he just didn't talk to. And of course, some people say that David and Kemi, the only two black people, Jessica, the plus size Latina, Cliff being the oldest person there, they thought it was because he was being ageist and racist. This gets brought up on the finale night, and he denies it, denies that he was racist. But in additional live feeds, and his with that guy and his buddy, Jason Momoa knockoff, makes a lot of racially insensitive comments about a lot of them. The main one about Kemi, the worst thing he said to Kemi was, "Fucking Kemi wants me to stomp a mud hole onto her chest." I'm not even gonna translate. And the next comment was towards Asian house guest Isabella. Sorry, putting some stuff away. And the one I was saying that the proof is in the pudding, he makes the comment rice pudding. Because, as you know, racist, right? Yeah, the next whole season was just so terrible, especially like the week three Grateful Alliance literally bullying. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh, I just sounded like I just did a malaprop of a character that I subscribe to. I'm a very very huge fan of. I'm gonna put some light on. By the way, I'm gonna put some light on. I'm a huge fan of, and I'm trying not to embody it. I can do the voice. I'm not gonna subject you to it though. Okay, back to the point. They literally shut her out, said some very awful things, and one of them, who was literally like a children's therapist, he's basically said accuses her of faking her anxiety, and and I'm talking about and I mentioned her name, Isabella. She basically fights with her. It's basically doesn't say doesn't she rants to her but doesn't let Nicole say anything. But the minute she does, she's like, shut the fuck up, fuck up, blah 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 blah. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. And basically just you listen, you don't get to speak because I hate you. And that was awful. I'm trying to find on Twitter. I have to type in her nickname Bella, even though her name is Isabella. And that just pisses me off. I'm not gonna call her. I'm not calling her by her nickname. I can't. Trying to find the main tweet. Yeah, this is gonna take a while. Sorry, I apologize immediately. Okay, this is what. Yeah, the fight they happened 12th of July. I'm not even gonna scroll that down. Still throwing people on the bus. You're being really defensive. Nicole says the person that wouldn't even talk to me last night like an educated adult. And so now you're calling me uneducated. Said, yes, you ranted at me last night. Will not let me get a word in edgewise. At the end, when you're supposed to let the other person say their piece, you said I'm done. And that's like for a debate, right? If you're debating somebody, you should let the other person say their side. You're not gonna say if I hear you speak, I'm just gonna walk away because I don't want to hear your fucking mouth. That's awful. So yeah, victim. Okay, I'm going on way more tangents and son of a bitch. I have to scroll down. No, I don't. Moving on. Big Brother 12 and All Stars Enzo and his brother Giacomo. Now Enzo was the one. The first season was the three members of the brigade. He gets evicted and comes in third, and was the vote that decided if Hayden or Lane should win. Wait, no. Wait, I think I'm wrong. I think I'm getting my votes mixed up. Was it 5-2 or 4-3? Was it a 5-4-2 or 4-3 for Hayden versus Lane? I'm looking it up. I'm right. I'm right. He was the deciding vote. I'm right. Enzo was the deciding vote that Hayden should win Big Brother over Lane. And then he reappears again on the 2020 All Stars 2 season, which do I even need to discuss? God, that All Star season was so awful. Especially with the fight between Bailey and Davon and against Christmas. Oh man, that was awful. And just like the final seven was, most of them were so hated. The top hated. Christmas was hated for a reason. Memphis was hated. Nicole was hated. I don't know if I would say Tyler was hated. Cody, Danielle. They called her Danny, but I'm calling her Danielle. You only have one L, which is why you should take L's. And so yeah, but Enzo loses to Cody because there was no way. Cody was basically handed the win, day one, or pre-game, because did you know that some of that Cody and those people pre-gamed before they went to the house? Yeah, and I think no, Danny was the main woman, because I saw a tweet from Janelle. I followed Janelle on Twitter. Janelle was saying that Danny was the one who pre-gamed. Now I have to go back on Twitter and look this shit up. She, I don't know when did she say it? She said that she was the one who pre-gamed, right? Uh, I'm trying to find a tweet. Bear with me. Yep. Okay. Yep. It was Danielle. And the NDA. This is what she said. It's been 3 years, so I want to address the pre-gaming regarding the season because 3 years, that's how long the NDA is and the CBS contracts. I don't know much about it. I'm not a legal person. If you're a legal person, you would probably know. You would know a whole lot about NDAs, which is basically legal word for shut the fuck up about the season, and we won't sue your ass. In fact, it's sad to see Cody and Derek dragged for pre-gaming when it wasn't them. Janelle said it wasn't Cody or Derek who did it. She calls out Danielle, Donato, Evil Dick's daughter, estranged now, I think. I once considered her a friend, which I know was foolish. She called me to pregame, asked if I knew anyone doing the show, and I said no because I only talked to Rachel. And Rachel can't do the show. We're talking about Rachel Riley from Big Book 12 and 13, the redhead, VIP cocktail waitress, floaters, grab a life vest, Kristen, icon, and her fights with Reagan and Brandon. Oh, I'm not gonna do the impersonation because she's loud. Her diary room's so loud as hell. Okay. She then asked me who I wanted to go after. I never gave names, but I know that she told Nicole. There were two Nicoles. Nicole, the one that got bullied, and another Nicole who is. Anyway, I told her no matter what, I would not go after her. She was the only person I spoke to. She obviously did not want to work to me. Was just getting info for Nicole. Targeting me day one. If you want someone to blame for ruining small stars, that's her. That's what she called that All-Star season. Blame Danielle. That's all I have to say. Someone commented saying, "Why'd you wait so long? Did something happen on the traders?" She said, "I'm just sick of protecting someone who had never had my back. Couldn't say it after because I was on a contract. Today on my timeline, they were calling Cody a cheater, which isn't further from the truth. It was always Danny." So that's what I was talking about, the pregame. She said that Danielle was the main reason, the main cause of the pregame shit. And I still have one more pair to show you. You probably seen already. Big Bird 23 and Cookout member Hannah with her sister Simone. Hannah. I don't really know. Hannah was one of the six who was on a cookout. She was the second eliminated. The order was Tiffany, Hannah, Kyland, Azza, Derek, and Xavier. So that's what Hannah is kind of mostly known for. I know she does other stuff, but I can't put it in my head right now. So yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm on my Insta. I'll turn my volume down. And so yeah, that's one of the accounts I follow because I don't keep up with some of the shows. I follow a account on both Twitter and Instagram who does spoilers for another MTV reality show. Drag Race is on MTV right now. The challenge. I'm gonna give you the accounts. Boom. Up. And that's Queen Davon right there. Big Brother's own. So robbed. Big icon who is currently on this season's Challenge All Stars. She's in the final four. If you root for her, say Team Day. Davon was on 3 seasons of Big Brother. See, 17, 18, and the All Star season. The All Star season was she won America's Favorite House Guest for. And it's a GIF, by the way. So I apologize. So yeah, this person, I don't know who they are. There's no real assumption. I'm not gonna go by assumptions. This is their account. Production's favorite spoiler account. 21 plus only, which fits me good because I'm 23. And PB fans. I'm just a silent follower. I I'm only here for the spoilers and try to get to know the cast a little more. I have watched a couple of the challenge, but I don't think I'm not really into it. You know? So that's their Twitter and this is their Insta. Now, focus. Now the Instagram, when you search it up, it's gonna be private. Just I saw as well. And you have to follow. You have to request to follow. And lucky for me, they accepted. Thank you, whoever you are. Thank you, Gamer Valve, whoever you are, also known as MTV Challenge Insider. They're currently spoiling the next season of the Challenge 41. And and this is it. Spoilers. If you don't want spoilers for the challenge, get out right now. What is nobody here? These are the final four. Recognize them? Yep. Cedric, Theo, ignore that. Turbo, and Jeremy. Now Cedric was on Big Brother last year. This guy who his eviction was crazy. They flipped last minute, evicting him, blindside, amazing. The way it played out was wonderful. Theo, he's a UK, right? I think. And Turbo from Survivor Turkey, Jeremy from Amazing Race. How do you think? Adrian, Married at First Sight. Oh no, she's UK. I don't know. Michaela from Survivor. Olivia, don't really know. And that woman is Sydney also from Survivor. So these are the final four men and women. And then in the next days, 3 days, four, maybe longer, they will be competing in the ultimate final challenge to determine the winner. And 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 you probably might question, do the cast hate when this account makes spoilers? The answer is no. The answer is no. Corey, he's one of the contestants. He's rooting for Michaela. Chanel, another Survivor contestant. That's Michaela. That's a GIF of Michaela at a tribal council. She doesn't get voted out here. This is amazing now. Veronica, she's for the challenge. Oh, it's challenge for CBS. Now, Gamer actually has a petty grudge against CBS. Paramount Plus. And well, I don't think they really hate. They don't hate all CBS. The CBS fans. The fans are a different story. Survivor's Brandon, who I see that mistake right there. He's making a comment on that. See, it's tagged in, but don't change it. It's funny. He's from Romania, and they had a Survivor there, and he was a winner for the challenge. He won a challenge season, called it Battle for a New Champion. Next, Ricard from season Cindy was on Survivor at the beginning. Cassidy, also from Survivor, who was on the Challenge USA, almost made it to the final. Should probably go to the one they were announced. Was Olivia's event? Where was Adrian's announcement? I'm trying to find her announcement. I don't think was there. There had to have been. Oh, that's her. Yeah, she married at first sight UK. So I was right. So I was right. Oh, it's so great to be right. Okay, do you think I think I've talked a lot too much about reality TV, but I really need something to talk about. So, do you have anything you want me to say? No. This is a yapping session. And so the rules are don't make me talk about politics. Please don't make me. Talking about something that I would be familiar with. Something that I would know. Please. Yeah, just give me a topic that I would know. I am. I am. I am. I am educated, but not that much educated on some certain stuff. Um, mm, I'm thinking. We're almost 90 minutes in. I've looked into a lot of topics. Um, what else is there for me to talk about? Oh yeah, nominations. Oh yeah, back to Big Solid Big Brother UK. Nominations are being revealed tonight, and one of them's gonna get evicted tomorrow. I'm gonna hold myself. They're gonna later tonight. The nominations will be revealed, and I'm gonna do my best to stay alert because London time is London time and my time. London right now it's oh my god, why did I delete it? It's 7:49 there. They're 5 hours ahead of us. Yeah. This clock actually helps me represent help me not represent. This clock represents the Big Brother seasons of what I'm covering on Twitter, making polls for their viewers. I have seven. I have seven Big Brothers that I'm working with here. This one's been here with the longest because the next week after they hit a finale, they bring another fucking season. Like, give me a break. Finally, I finally got Italy off my clocks after 197 days, but I can't. I have to put it back now because they have another season currently airing. So now I have eight. I'm probably am gonna do it. I probably am gonna cover that season. However, I can't. I couldn't. There was nothing for me to cover on when it premiered Monday. No. Anyway, yeah, the one in Portugal, the one in Brazil, which is ending this month, where the season ends on the 24th. No, 22nd. Big Brother Brazil ends the 22nd, so I'm gonna take that off. This one is the Albanian time. That's also ending, so that's gonna get taken off. Argentina. This is gonna be a long ass season too. So many things have happened in Argentina that I just can't. Ugh. Too much has happened there. literally from so many people entering. And next is that's in Colombia. They're halfway, midway in. The Mexico City, that's the celebrity Spanish Big Brother happening there. The London, and then the two collects, you know. It's not, and I've not really been watching. I haven't seen the season Survivor. I've seen who has been voted out. What'd you think of a couple episodes ago? Episode 5, perchance. Uh, yeah, I don't really want to get into it because it is the month. Because technically it's World Autism Month as well, April. And I don't want to talk bad about a fellow autistic. I don't want to talk shit about a fellow autistic because one, I don't really know them well, and two, it's a TV. It's TV. It's TV. You really think I'm gonna? Mm, okay, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna go into it. Okay, I'm looking at one of the Instagrams of last night's eliminee. She's one of two eliminees. Actually, it was a double. Two tribals happened. Two people were voted out. I was looking at the first person voted out. If you don't like spoilers, like I said, if you really don't want spoilers, go away. Excuse me. I'm just going on my YouTube now. It's like, what else is there for me to do? Have you guys been looking at the what's free to watch? And I think I've said this. I definitely made a mention of this on. But I was watching a movie that's YouTube has put for free. The movie's called She Devil. I also watched 1989 Heathers and To Wan Fu, Thanks for Everything, Julie Newmar. I watched that. I was watching that earlier today as well. If you don't know what She Devil is, She Devil is a movie that stars Meryl Streep, Ed Begley Jr., and slightly controversial, but I'm trying not to like let that get into me. Roseanne Barr. I can't really explain the plot. And then To Wan Fu, Thanks for Everything. That was a crack. I cracked my arm, by the way. Like I said, that was supposed to crack. I love cracking everything that I can. Like, does this satisfy you? What about this? How about these? How about this? Did that satisfy you? I only know that satisfied me. And my satisfaction is enough. Okay, Tu Wan Fu stars Wesley Snipes and Patrick Swayze as drag queens Noxima Jackson and Vita Bohem, along with John Leguizamo, who plays Chi-Chi Rodriguez. They go on this road trip to a town, and they dragify the town. They brighten the town up, and it's a great movie. Watch it. It's a great movie. I recommend it. I don't know how long they're gonna keep this up for, but there are a lot of great scenes, especially when Noxie finds outfits from the '60s, like literally. Hold on, I don't know how much. Like literally, look. And for you fashion girlies, finding things from the '60s, great finds. Add to cart. I'm buying it. Like I told you, yeah, like it's so it's very great. It's beautiful. Trust me. Um, no, I'm just going on the TikTok. Oh, This is kind of one of my favorite TikTok circles I'm watching now. I have been watching, but I probably should watch more of her. It's me, Sylvia, or AI laugh at my own jokes. She's German, by the way. She's German, and her Hogwarts. If I were at Hogwarts, let's listen to this one. This is the newest one. This is the newest one. You kidding me? I swear to God, this is something about. Okay, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, as a dinosaur literally walks by her. Oh, Sylvia! Of course Sylvia would walk that. The- What the hell? What the hell was that? Hold on. This needs to be over a minute because I want to. This needs to be over a minute because. Oh, monetization. Money. Game money. This needs to be over a minute, so I have to pay rent. God damn. She's a very massive following. I recommend her. Follow her on TikTok and other socials. 5.2 million and she's still not verified. What the fuck? What the fuck, TikTok? Instagram, she's just as popular. She's also not verified there with only 1.5 million. And I also follow her on YouTube. She has with a measly 3 million. Oh my god. Yeah, the people I follow, oh man, they are all equally insane. I love you though, but y'all need to chill. Sometimes y'all need to chill. Okay, well, oh, and for I saw that earlier today I hit 250 people following me. First off, hi, how you doing? How are you? You like me? You really like me? Oh, you find out that you like me. No. Sorry, I'm yawning. Much apologies. If you, I swear, if one of you clips all my apologies, you take all my apologies from all my lives and you make it into a YouTube video, I'll find you. I can find it easily. Yeah, I'm more of a comedic person, but yeah, what I watched was some comedy, even though I was also watching this old movie, only just one certain clip of it because it just happened to come up for me. My brain just happened to bring it up. Betty Davison of Human Bondage. Especially the scene where he goes, "You disgust me." But then I also realized that I was also scripting another movie that with a similar tone of you disgust me. It's a very obscure movie starring Divine. It's not a John Waters film. It's called Lust in the Dust, also starring Tab Hunter and Lainey Kazan. You want to know? Oh yeah, if you want me to recommend a John Waters movie with Divine, Pink Flamingos. Very crazy, especially like the execution. You stand convicted of assholism. Very funny, so beautiful, so awesome. But only watch certain scenes of it. Oh my god. Earlier, a couple weeks ago, I was like going on like saying like if I could give some of her political beliefs, well the beliefs are kill everyone now, condone first degree murder, advocate cannibalism, eat shit, filth are her politics. Oh, Divine, you were taken from the earth too soon. And John Waters, we thank you for mainstreaming Divine. It's been 105 minutes since I started this yapping session. Only because I'm bored. There's nothing else for me to do. I'm the only one awake in my house right now. Which, by the way, which does that happen to you? Does that happen when all of your other family members are dead asleep in the middle of the day, not nighttime, doesn't include nighttime. That's different. In the day, middle of the day, they're all asleep, and you're the only one awake. I, if I had $1 for all the times that happened to me, I can actually make a living out of it. I can really make a living. I could actually invest. Well, I can't because if I do invest, and if I invest in any stocks right now, I would be fucked. Fucked. If you know what I mean with what's been going on. I am not gonna get into it because it involves politics. And you know me, this is a safe space. We're only just here to talk pop culture. Mm, so many, so many. Mm. Anyways, how, to anybody listening, how are you? What's been going on? You got something you want to talk about relating to pop culture? Or like some topics? Please. If you have any topics, please give them to me. I would love some. I may like put a community post on my community page. Sorry. Yeah, I will definitely make a post. So if I do another future, just me yapping about pop culture and other BS, I'll do that. And I really would like you to, if anybody would see it, you give me some specific topics so I can discuss and give my thoughts about it if I need research. Right, for research purposes only, of course. Apparently, I don't just think I titled this. I just want someone to talk to. But now as we progressed further and further and further, I'm just using this as a space to yap about things that only a certain people will understand on what I'm yapping about. And I know it is boring. I know. It's really boring just to have like one person and nobody else to talk to with about. Maybe it's just me like trying to fit in, you know? Trying to fit in with the group, being relatable, you know? What else is there? What else? What other topics are there? Actually, I'm just out of one right now. No, okay, I'm sorry, beginning. I gotta do something. I don't want to bore. I really don't want to bore you. But I want you to play a game. That's fine. Because I don't want to. I really want to do something right now. And if there's what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna do it then. Okay. There. Yeah, I've been playing a whole bunch of. Full house is fucking covered. Two little numbers, but helped me there. And no surprise, none of them. I don't care. Uh, full house. Of course. Of course, the man, I get it. Wouldn't have mattered anyway, would it? Boo. Okay, well. I don't know now. I feel like I've talked as much as I wanted to. Nothing else to say, then might as well call it crits, right? I think I'm just gonna do that. Alright, so I guess I'm just gonna go. Gonna do another, oh, definitely gonna do another one of these yappings with a lot more to talk about. I don't know when, there's no schedule. But I'm gonna do them soon. Alrighty, so I'm just gonna say sign off now. And hope you guys stay safe, drink your water, take care of yourselves, and do your thing. I would end it in another way, but I'm not gonna do that. Okay, I'm gonna go. Have a good day, good evening, good night, and a good, just anything. I don't care. I don't care where you live. Just have, yeah, goodbye.